Welcome everybody to University of Tampa women's basketball from the Bob Martinez Center on the campus of the University of Tampa. The Spartans get ready to open up Sunshine State Conference play against the Florida Southern Moccasins. Hi, I'm Jack Ike along with Taylor Stolworthy. Andre's running the board, and we are just about ready for the start of this game. Tampa comes in with a 6-2 record overall, no record yet in Sunshine State Conference play. While Florida Southern, the Mocs come in 4-3 overall. They've already played 2 games in the Sunshine State Conference. They stand 1-1 on the year. They lost to Eckerd, and then they beat Palm Beach Atlantic. Both those games were before Thanksgiving, so they had a schedule that got them going before the Spartans even get a regular season conference game. So no conference wins or losses for Tampa, and Florida Southern is 1-1 in conference play. Taylor, we had a great game with the men's game last night. What do you expect tonight?
It should be an interesting one here as the tables are kind of turned. Tampa should be the favorite in this women's basketball matchup, given that our team had started the year 4th in the nation and remains pretty strong in the rankings. But notably, Tampa is coming off a little bit of hiccup through Thanksgiving Classic play. They had 2 really close matchups against non-ranked sides from Concord and Mary. And I think Tampa's just looking to bounce back from the defeat against Mary and the close win against Concord. And of course, that win is a win. All wins are good wins. Right. But I think the Spartans as a whole were a little bit dissatisfied with how their Thanksgiving Classic went. But this is a great way to get back on track against our rivals.
And we mentioned yesterday with the men's game, it is a rivalry game with Florida Southern. Just about, 30, 40 miles down I-4 from here in Lakeland, Florida. And there's another rivalry game this weekend when the Spartans will travel to St. Leo to play. There's about 3 rivalry games: Eckerd, St. Leo, Florida Southern. And the rest of the conference pretty tough too. We'll take a timeout for the national anthem. For today's game, Spartans this year have they defeated Alabama Huntsville, lost to Lee. I can take that back. That's the Florida Southern schedule. They lost to Alabama Huntsville and then lost to Lee and Eckerd in back-to-back games, and then lost to Fayetteville State last week. So, starting lineups for today's game for Florida Southern. Number 1 is Ariana Bracero. She is a 5'11 senior from Huntington, Maryland, Huntington High School. Number 3 is Lily Randgard, a 5'11 junior from Oconomowoc. Actually, I wanted to test you on that name.
Let's see.
Where is it here? Where do you think she's from?
Oconomowoc.
Yeah, nice job. Oconomowoc, Wisconsin.
Not an easy town name to pronounce.
Not far from Madison, where I grew up. Other starters are number 9, which is Catalina Ion from Bucharest, Romania. Sydney Gomes is number 44, and Anna Danish is number 12. Now the lineups for University of Tampa Spartans. Head coach is Tom Jesse. Associate head coach is Caitlin Mitrick. Tommy Jones and Olivia D'Alfredo are assistant coaches. Number 3 is Olivia Davis, sophomore guard for Tampa. Then there's number 5, a senior, Audrey Ramsey. Number 24, Siriana Rodriguez, a transfer in for this year. Number 24, Rodriguez. 23 is Marissa McDonald. And number 44 in the middle is Zoe Pillar, averaging the highest average on the team right now with 18.6 points a game. Also in double figures, Davis with 12.3 and Audrey Ramsey with 12.1 a game. Pillar almost averaging a double-double, 18.6 points and 8.9 rebounds per game.
Last time out, Zoe Pillar had 26 points in the defeat against Mary. Just shy of the double-double with only 8 rebounds, but always such a key player for the Spartans on offense and defense. You know, you can almost bet that she's going to get close to a double-double every time she steps on the floor.
Yep. She will jump against Danish, tipped into the hands of Rangard. First possession to the Mocs. Out to the corner to Gomes. Gomes had a triple-double last week, her second of the season. First shot, no good. Rodriguez tracks it down, and here come the Spartans. Ramsey calling out the play. Zone defense, McDonald in the lane, jumper, bounces around and down.
Both teams running zone defense early on, and both teams electing for the 2-3.
Down in the corner, back to the top of the key, off to the side. It's Gomes, and she rattles one home, and it's 3-2, Florida Southern. Full court press off the made basket. Ramsey across the timeline, guarded by Bracero. Davis unloads, off the rim, no good, fighting for it, and taken away by Gomes. Top of the key to the side. Rangard, a 3 on the way. Gomes, off the rim, no good, fighting for it, and corralled by the Mocs. Back to the top of the key. Rangard looks to drive, dumps it inside, turnaround layup and in. Catalina Ion. Hometown is Bucharest, Romania, but she went to Wright State and IMG Academy. Skip pass to Davis, top of the key, Ramsey. Ball fake to the side, Rodriguez, 3, in and out. Rangard quickly up court to Gomes. Bracero bouncing it inside, 12-footer from the side, too strong, and Ramsey has the rebound. Marissa McDonald catches the pass, hits the back of the rim and out. Rangard the other way. Ooh, just out of the reach of Rodriguez in the lane. Top of the key, Rangard. Off the rim. And Pillar was heading the other way, and the ball came down right behind her. There's another layup missed. Out of bounds, and they call it Florida Southern ball.
That's tough for the Spartans. They've struggled on some of the rebounds there. And you noticed on the play, Zoe Pillar, she was closing out on Ion, and kind of interestingly enough, if Pillar had just sort of turned to look at the ball, she'd realize it was headed right towards her,
right.
And she could have made a play to try to catch it.
That's one of those long rebounds that you can't prepare for.
Always interesting to see where the ball goes off the bounce.
Dennis Rodman actually studied where rebounds go, and that was one of the reasons he was such a great rebounder. The bottom line with rebounding in most cases is just geometry. If you shoot from a 60-degree angle, it'll bounce 60 degrees the other way, more than likely.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to act a little bit differently based on how much it's inflated. Maybe
where it hits the rim.
Condensation causing it to slip off the rim differently or whatever. But, you know, you can study a lot of those shots to see where it goes. But at the end of the day, it's also from the positioning. If you know to get in that right spot, sometimes that'll give you an advantage, even if you're at a height disadvantage for a rebound.
Whoa. Bracero with a rainmaker there, knocks it down, and it's 8-2. Spartans had a 2-0 lead, have given up 8. Ramsey to the corner to Rodriguez. Top of the key, McDonald. They swing it. Davis for three. That's what she was doing in warm-ups. She loved that spot. Knocks it down.
Tampa needed that three-point shot. They were 0 for 2 from deep to start the game.
And they come back at the other end with another three. That was by Bracero. Ramsey brings it up court. She is a grad student from Boca Raton, Florida. Top of the key to McDonald. Swing it. Ramsey for three. In and out. Spartans 2 for 7 right now from the floor. Inside they go to Danish. No good. Davis rebounds.
This Florida Southern team has really been dissecting Tampa's 2-3 zone brilliantly. They've found so many open looks, and even though they have done pretty good from beyond the arc, I believe they're 3 for 7 so far. I was wondering if it was a slow update, if they were 3 for 8. But they've just found so many open looks. Tampa's kind of struggled whenever they're making the passes, runs to the basket. Kind of a surprise to see, because Tampa's usually doing a great job of closing out on shooters and not giving too many open looks. Even in their loss against Mary, they didn't give the Marauders that many open opportunities, although Mary made the most of it when they did get it.
Foul is on Zoe Pillars for setting a pick. Her first, team second. There are 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Randgard back out. Bracero looks around. Randgard to the corner. Gomes drives, step inside the line, shoots, and tipped into the hands of Ramsey. Rodriguez, top of the key, back to Ramsey. Looks at a three. Skip pass to Davis. She's open. She fires. Won't go.
Those are the shots the Spartans really need to find, though. They got to find the open shooter. And even though Davis didn't hit that one, she was in the perfect spot right there. Just unlucky that it was a little off.
Catalina Ion knocks another three down, and it's 14-5. Florida Southern 4 of 9. They put up, we've played less than 6 minutes. They have 9 3-point attempts. They've hit 4. That one doesn't go, but McDonald tracks it down. Southern has already taken 13 shots. The Spartans at 8. Ramsey on the drive. A little too hard, but she got hit going up, and she'll go to the line.
The foul was a blessing and a curse for the Spartans, because Zoe actually got the putback, and that would have been 2 points for Tampa. Ramsey will just have to earn it from the free throw line now.
This is the under 5 media timeout. 14-5. Florida Southern leading Tampa. 4:08 to go in the first quarter. So we'll take a break and be right back on the TampaSpartans.tv. Spartans down 9, 4:08 left. First quarter of play. Audrey Ramsey to the free throw line. First free throws of the day for either team. And 1 for 1. Ramsey's first point of the day. She already has 3 rebounds and an assist. 2 for 2. And she'll immediately go to the bench for Georgia Palmieri. And she is a freshman from Bologna, Italy.
Good to see Palmieri on the floor. Didn't feature, I think, at all in the loss against the Mary Marauders, but had a good performance in the first game of the Thanksgiving week, not during the Classic, but against Georgian Court in the 77-47 victory. You know, Palmieri is very promising, a very strong freshman player from Italy, and definitely has a bright future with the Spartans. I know her and Davis will be the guard duo for the future for Tampa.
Palmieri for three, knocks it down. (16-10), Spartans into double digits. Gomes drives, foul on Davis, ball doesn't go, so she'll go to the line for two. First foul on Davis.
It's actually the first foul the Spartans have had since the Pillar one a little bit earlier.
Makes them both 18-10. Palmieri chased by Bracero. Still in his zone. To Rodriguez, top of the key, swing it to Davis. The lefty looks at a three, comes back out. 10 on the shot clock. Davis has time, fires, hits. Olivia Davis knocking that down. She comes in averaging 12.3 a game. One of three Spartans who averages double digits. That one goes in and out, fighting for it. And McDonald wins the battle. Spartans down 5.
Great front test by Pillar on that shot. Florida Southern haven't really tested the Spartans too much in the paint today. They've started to do so out of the media timeout, trying to, I think, prevent the Spartans from being super aggressively defending the three.
Rodriguez rattles it home, and it's 18-16. Top of the key. Ion hands it off to Bracero. Little lefty jumper, good. Inside the arc, 2016. She has 6. Rodriguez, top of the key, Palmieri. McDonald in the lane, almost lost the ball. Davis directs a little traffic. 10 on the shot clock. Davis unloads. Nothing but net again. 20-19. Spartans have cut it to just 1 with less than a minute and a half to go in the quarter.
Davis is heating up. That's good for Tampa. And even better on that play, a steal by Rodriguez. Knocked it out of bounds to win the ball back.
Kat Van Bennekom coming in for Tampa and replacing Marissa McDonald.
I definitely can see why Coach Jesse's making the substitution. They brought on 2 players who are slightly better, I think, from beyond the arc in terms of shooting.
Again, Davis. Oh, wow. Gives the Spartans the lead, 22-20. That is her third 3 of the quarter.
Third three-pointer in a row. Had started 1 for 3 from beyond the arc, but now is 4 for 6.
Rangard tries to back him down. Top of the key. Nothing but net that time. And that is by Nia Blockton, a freshman from Middleburg, Florida. 38 seconds to go in the quarter. Davis has been on fire, has 12, all on 3-pointers. Pass inside, off of Pillar's hands, a little bit too hard by Kat. And it will be Florida Southern ball with a dark shot clock, 28 seconds to go in the quarter.
You know, Florida Southern, I think, have really game planned with their zone to try to neutralize Pillar on the attack. and it's safe to say it's worked.
Yeah, we've not called her name much at all.
Yeah, Pillar is putting up what people on Twitter would call the Tony Snell scoreline. 0 shots, 0 assists, 0 rebounds. She's had a couple positions for defensive rebounds, but unlucky so far.
5 seconds to go, a steal. Palmieri looks at the clock, fires from the top of the key, and almost made it, but it goes out. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Florida Southern 23, University of Tampa 22. We'll take a break on the SSC Digital Network. And Taylor Stolworthy will get you through the next 10 minutes.
Thank you, Jack, as we begin with Palmieri bringing it up the floor. 23-22, Mocs still in front. They had the last three-pointer of the first quarter, as it's now played over to Jendi. Jendi inside, and Tampa with some points in the paint. Half Van Bennekom puts Tampa back in front. We'll see how long it lasts with the Spartans now out of the 2-3 zone. Looks like they're now playing man-to-man defense, and that's probably because Florida Southern has gone 5 for 10 from beyond the arc. Mid-range shot, no good. That attempt by Sydney Gomez was not converted. Gomez coming off a triple-double. She's on pace for one today, 7, 3, and 3 for points, assists, and rebounds. Palmieri finds Ramsey from the top of the arc. Inside to Jendi, who's giving Pillar a bit of a break at the moment. Now Bennekom inside, layup, and one!
Good move by Cat. Kind of swooped in and took it from low to high and bounced it off the glass and in.
I think the Mocs are more aggressively defending beyond the arc now, and that's opened the door for 2 quick Spartan layups. They've got a chance to make this a 3-point play, though, with Bennekom at the line. She's a Spartan veteran, but hasn't seen as much game time throughout the start of the year for Tampa. Can't make it 3 points on the play, but it's now a 3-point Spartan lead. Ramsey trying to guard. It's now Palmieri guarding, and it's going to be a loose ball picked up by the Spartans. Tampa's going to send it the other way with Ramsey up the floor. Ramsey inside to Jendi. He's got a height advantage in the paint. Gets closer, shot, and draws the foul. Although
they called it travel.
The referee under the hoop thought there was a shooting foul. Referee from the side said no. Jendi traveled. Turnover for the Spartans. It goes to the Mocs.
I don't know what takes precedent, or they did a rock, paper, scissors on that one.
It's safe to say, I think that was the correct call. The travel, I think, took one step too far forward by trying to go for the basket. Rebound picked up by not Ramsey, but Palmieri. Now Palmieri will slow things down. Tampa couldn't convert on the fast break. So far, Palmieri's had 3 assists and is 1 for 2 from deep. Ramsey thought of the shot, pulled it back down, played inside to Jendi.
Collision. Ramsey goes down. Ion goes down.
It'll stay with the Spartans, though. Both players are all right, but as there was some screens and off-ball movement, both players fall over. And now we're going to see for the first time today from Florida Southern, Sarah Lane. playing as a graduate student from Munich, Germany.
And she can look Jendi right in the eye.
That's probably the height advantage that they were worried about, so they've made the switch.
They've got a couple bigs in there.
Played back to Davis, thinks better of the three. Kicks it out to Palmieri, offline. And obviously they don't want Davis to be open. She's 4 for 6 from beyond the arc, the leading scorer in the ball game with 12 points. And now, thought better of the three. Danish had the opportunity. Back to Bracero. Good pass over to Rangard. Ball gets knocked away. It's kept in play by Danish. Danish driving on Benecom. Pass inside. Excellent run to the basket for the 5'1 senior. And Bracero's back on the board. Double-digit points for Bracero, Jack. And you know, as the smallest player on the court, impressive for her to get inside and make the layup.
Yeah, it was a good cut.
Benecom mid-range. Got it off the bounce. And the Mocs will bring it back down the floor. Tampa's lead back up to 3. And Tampa seemingly back in a bit of a hybrid 2-3 zone, although I think they're more worried about exterior matchups, trying to leave less people open from beyond the arc. And that includes Sydney Gomez. For 3, Bracero, high arc on the shot, but couldn't make it. Rebound tipped away after getting picked up by the Mocs. Palmieri slows it down as Tampa brings it up the floor, 6:35 to go. Zoe Pillar headed back into the game for Tampa at the next stoppage of play. Benecom inside, looking for a teammate, can't find it, and her pass gets away from Davis. That will prompt the substitution for the Spartans as they bring back their starting 5 with the exception of Palmieri and Benecom, but I wonder if those two will be more active if Tampa tries to go more active from beyond the arc as the game continues. Bracero, Florida Southern moving around, driving to the basket. Knocked away, Benecom fighting for the ball. The fight continues with Ramsey beating it past Homus and gets the layup on the fast break. Ramsey's first field goal of the game. She's now 1 for 2 from the field. Had those 2 free throws. She's now got 4 points.
Biggest lead of the game for Tampa.
Although that lead is about to be cut down if
I had
the
to
free
say
throws,
it first.
Yeah, of course, are going to be made by Lange at the free throw line. I think that was Benecom on the foul. Palmieri will take a breather as Rodriguez is back on the floor. You know, good to see Rodriguez having a strong start to the game today for the Spartans. I think throughout the Thanksgiving Classic, she had some struggles shooting from the field, but has looked good in the early goings in the first quarter and gets her first minutes of the second quarter. Two for 2 from the stripe for Lange. That makes it a 3-point game. Spartans still in front as the Mocs bring a full court press. Rodriguez nonchalantly drives past the press, almost gets the layup. Pillar's first shot is denied. Good contest in the paint, even though Pillar did pick up the offensive rebound. Bracero looking for some space, now guarded by Van Benecom. All the way back out to Homus. Homus for 3. Got it. The first 3-pointer of the quarter for the Mocs ties the game. Good shot by Homus there to get her total up to 10. Mid-range shot by Benecom, missed. Rebound picked up, and Zoe Pillar gets to the line. She'll take 2 shots.
Yeah, I think, like you mentioned, Taylor, I think they made a significant effort to make sure Zoe Pillar wasn't going to get too many passes.
Yeah, I mean,
Spartans haven't looked at her, but I think it's because she hasn't been open.
She's certainly been guarded well in the paint so far, and coming off a 26-point game, definitely target number 1 for the Mocs to try to shut down, but Pillar finally gets on the scoreboard here from the free throw line and makes it 2 for 2.
And Lang is at 6'3", and Danish is at 6'1", and they both stay down low.
They do just enough to shut down the 6'1 center for the Spartans. It's played back out. Rangard looking for help, finds Bracero. Driving inside, foul on the play, but it's on Lange, so it goes back to the Spartans. Got a little too physical in the paint, and that'll be the under 5 media timeout. And it'll also be useful for the Florida Southern Moccasins to talk things over. After 2 failed offensive drives, we'll be back with more action on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Tampa leads by 2.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
And we're back at the Bob Martinez Center. The Tampa Spartans and Florida Southern Mocs continuing the strongest rivalry in Sunshine State Conference play. And yes, that is a biased opinion for Florida Southern and U Tampa. The Spartans are going to bring it down the floor as they kick off conference play. They hold the 2-point lead, and it's played back up to Ramsey.
Back to the zone, or I guess they've never gotten out of it. Tampa went out of it.
Bennicum inside, up to Ramsey. Just offline from beyond the arc, and the Mocs can bring it the other way. Both teams started the game with a 2-3 zone. Even Tampa, I think, has sort of shifted back to a hybrid zone, but obviously with the Mocs heating up from deep just like Tampa and Davis, they don't want to give them too many open opportunities. Lane gives a screen over to Rangard, brings it inside, mid-range shot, no good. That's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Mocs.
Spartans are 6 for 13 on threes, and Davis owns 4 of those 6.
Meanwhile, Florida Southern also 6 for 13. Bracero and Gomes combined for 4 of them.
Both teams shooting better from 3 than they are overall.
Tampa's known for good interior defense with Zoe Pillar. Florida Southern has been neutralizing Pillar on offense, so not too surprised to see both teams have to work from beyond the arc. Pillar gets another rebound. Ramsey with possession. Ramsey inside to Bennicum. Foul in the paint by Danish.
Little push with a hip check there.
Tampa getting close to the bonus, and actually they've just hit the bonus. It'll be 2 shots for Bennicum in the paint. I know Bennicum's a bit more of a long-range threat, which is why I think she's been getting more playing time recently than McDonald. Not because McDonald had been bad or all. I think she had a very good first quarter, but I think Coach Jesse wants the flexibility that you get from Van Bennicum. She's got 6 points, and funny enough, she's actually taken all her shots inside the arc. Make it 7 off the free throw. She and Bracero have been the 2 pure scorers for each team's offense. Bracero, the point guard, no rebounds, no assists, just 10 points with a very good 4 for 5 line from the field. Bennicum, 8 points from the field, 3 for 4, and only has a foul alongside no rebounds and no assists yet. Out of bounds, it'll go the other way. Great job by Ramsey to force the turnover. And now it'll be McDonald onto the floor again, replacing Bennicum, I'd imagine, for the rest of the half. Inbound to Ramsey. Not a high-pressure full-court press, but the Mocs giving some early one-on-one pressure against the Spartans as they bring it up. And now the Spartan offense gets to work. Ramsey thought better of the open shot. Inside to Pillar, but she just misses the shot. I think Pillar hasn't had the chance to fully warm up shooting inside. That's the type of play that wants to find.
I think she turned around and was surprised no one was near her. And she was waiting for some contact.
I think people were waiting for her all day today in the paint, so first time being open, just maybe mess with her a little bit. Pillar will get back on track soon. The Spartans still lead by 2 after the make. That shot was good by Lang. She gets on the board with her first points from a field goal.
Well, Pillar's had days where she didn't score much in the first half and has her average by the end of the game.
Pillar will hope to heat up as we continue. Over the back foul on Pillar as she falls over alongside Danish. Bit of an awkward play there.
She's pleading, but as you say,
you can't argue with City Hall. As we get another timeout, this time it will be, can't tell if this one's a media or not, but either way.
No, it's only one media.
So this will be, I believe, the Spartans timeout. They want to talk things over after the foul. Second of the game for Pillar. Tampa's avoided foul trouble in this quarter.
They may sit her and put Kat back into the game to finish the half.
That or Jendi as well.
Jendi
did cause a couple of substitutions for a height mismatch. As this timeout actually concludes, we won't go anywhere. Tampa's already
Jendi.
Yep, getting back onto the floor. Jendi has recorded a rebound and an assist so far. Although she hasn't had room to shoot it, they've similarly been making sure she's been covered in the paint on offense. Definitely gives some good variance with your offense with the 6'2 Jendi. Definitely feels like she'd be a little taller on the floor, closer to 6'3". Might be 6'2 and a half. Rangard finds Bracero. Bracero gets the screen from Lang for 3. Got it.
Wow. She didn't need much space there to take the shot.
Had just enough room off the screen. She's now at 13 points in the game, surpassing Davis for the top scorer off of both teams.
She averages 7.6, so she's almost double her average in the first half. With 2 minutes to go.
A great start for Bracero today. As Davis for the corner, just offline. Only Davis's third miss from beyond the arc. Bracero inside, 1-on-1 with Jendi and Lang. Good shot by Lang, gets the way up. The Monks lead by 3. Tampa's been on a field goal drought for the last 4 minutes, and it's brought Florida Southern back in front. Ramsey, Rodriguez, mid-range, got it. The drought comes to an end for the Spartans.
That ball never got above 11 feet on its way to the basket, but went in.
It didn't need to. A nice line drive shot, and Rodriguez is going to start to heat up. I think Tampa just needs someone to get some late points in the quarter, try to give Tampa a little momentum. Headed to halftime. Danish steals it with a three-point shot. 40-36. Now Danish had a very quiet start to the game. She's on the board with her first points, although she's helped with 3 boards and 2 assists. Rodriguez to the corner. Davis not open. Rodriguez gets a screen from McDonald, now guarded by Bracero. Ramsey thinks better of the 3 as Bracero closed out quickly. Davis to the basket. Kicks it out to Rodriguez. Florida Southern closing down well. Ramsey for 3, offline.
Travel. That's the right call.
Picked up the rebound and fell over, so while Rangard does include 1 rebound to her stat total, she also includes a turnover. 5 boards, 3 turnovers in the game for the junior. It'll be Ramsey on the inbound. 18 seconds to go. Will Tampa try to score quickly or let the shot clock expire? Ramsey's bringing it inside. Jendi blocked. Big stop in the paint by Rangard. Great recovery after the turnover. Kicked outside. Rangard for 3. Beats the buzzer to take us to halftime. 43-36. Florida Southern now lead by 7 with that quick turnover and 3-point shot.
Boy, did Southern close fast in this half. Trailing. And now all of a sudden they'll take a 7-point halftime lead. So Spartans got their work cut out for them.
Certainly do. A 13-2 run to close out the second quarter. Things were looking up for the Spartans, but now they're going to need a comeback. Daves will have to heat up. Maybe Pillar can get back to the scoring average in the second half. We've got 20 minutes to play at the Bob Martinez Center. See you in 15 minutes for when we come back on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
Are you supposed to be dancing? You need music? I don't think so.
All right, welcome back to the Bob Martinez Center as the University of Tampa and Florida Southern Mocs are warming up for the start of the second half. It is 43-36. The Mocs, with a strong run to finish the quarter and the half, have a 7-point lead. And Taylor, if you want to run down the scoring for the first half?
Yeah, of course. Tampa and Florida Southern have found some success from beyond the arc. For the Spartans, Olivia Davis leads the way, was 4 for 5 from deep in that first quarter, but was kept quiet on 2 shots in the second quarter. She still leads for the Spartans. Ramsey, while not scoring the most, has 3 rebounds and 3 assists alongside 4 points. We've also seen Rodriguez pick up 5 points as well in the early stages. Surprisingly, Zoe Pillar has been kept quiet with only 2 points. That's because of good defense inside the paint. She does have 3 rebounds now. Meanwhile, Florida Southern, they've got Bracero leading the way, 5 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. But the late point was scored by Rangard, who was 0 for 6 to start the game, but picked up a block, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a 3-pointer to give what is now a 7-point Mocs lead.
All right, shooting percentages. Florida Southern got hot near the end, and that's up to 52% for the game. The Spartans are 12 of 30. That's 40%. Florida Southern also 56% from 3. Spartans are 40%. Florida Southern has made 3 more threes than Tampa. And from the free throw line, the Mocs are 4 of 4. The Spartans are 6 of 7. We get ready for the start of the second half, as they will inbound right in front of us. Ion will come get the ball.
Both teams have brought their starters back onto the floor.
They were so excited to play. They were out there ready with 30 seconds to go.
Spartans are ready with 7 minutes to go back onto the floor. They were the first team out of the locker room.
Yeah. I think Tom Jesse said a couple strong words and said, now go out there. We're underway, second half. Gomes with the ball. Spartans back in a zone. Nope. Yes, it is. Okay. Bracero trying to finish off the way, starting the way she finished, and does. This time she goes with the layup, and she has 15 points.
You mentioned earlier, Jack, she only averages about 7 to 8 per game. This is one of her best performances of the season, and
doubled her average.
Maybe that average gets to double digits if she keeps scoring at this rate.
Rodriguez, long 3, no good. 3 red jerseys there for the rebound. Bracero again on the drive, dishes it back out. Danish, no good. Spartans rebound, that's Ramsey. Ramsey guarded by Bracero. Skip pass to Davis. They chase her on the zone. Ramsey up top, directs traffic. Davis again in the corner. McDonald. Ramsey steps back, 3 on the way. No good. Pillar almost got it, but Gomes takes it away. Bracero gives up her dribble. Gets the ball back from Ion. Rangard. And Gomes won't get it to go, but got fouled by Davis.
Davis tried to knock the ball free on the cut to the basket. Gomes holds on. Almost had a nice and 1-2 because sort of the reach from Davis to try to knock the ball free left her out of position to contest the layup, but it did interrupt the play just well enough.
This is for a 10-point lead, and it is. Biggest lead of the game for either team. And it's an 11-point lead, so the Spartans, a minute and a half into the second half, have some work to do.
Tampa's on a 6-game winning streak against the Mocs. That is in danger of potentially coming to an end today. Last time they lost was on February 9th back in 2022.
Long 3, no good. Bracero rebounds. She headed down court, now pulls it back. Ion will take the 3. She doesn't make it, but rebounded by Danish. She comes back out to Gomes. And they reset. Spartans now man-to-man. Rangard, 8 on the shot clock, drives the lane, tries to put up a lefty runner, and fouled by Rodriguez. She'll go to the line.
Tampa struggling on the boards today. They also did so in their close win against Concord to start the Thanksgiving Classic. 22 rebounds for the Mocs, 14 for the Spartans.
Free throw missed by Randgard. That was her first free throw attempt of the day. Dead straight with the second one, though. Kat Van Bennekom in for Marissa McDonald. Zoe Pillar with a glance at the scoreboard. Says we're down 12. Ramsey across the timeline. I think the Spartans need to get some easy baskets inside, but look at how tough it is for Pillar to even get open. Rodriguez, she can't hit from outside.
Tampa's getting the opportunities from beyond the arc, just have struggled in terms of the ultimate percentage in hitting that.
Bracero guarded by Davis. Give and go down the lane, stops, pops. No good, Davis with the board. This half, the Spartans are 0 for 4. Every shot has been a 3. Ramsey, this time inside the arc, and good. Gomes guarded by Ramsey. Finds Danish, hands it back to Gomes. Pass to Bracero. She unloads a quick 3 and hits it. Boy, she has answered every time the Spartans have hit.
Those are crucial points for the Mocs to get, because not only do they respond after a Spartan make, they now extend their lead to 13.
Yeah, it was a 3-for-2 trade there, and Ramsey comes back. Cuts it to 10, 51-41, 6:10 left in the third quarter. Gomes looks to drive on Ramsey. Dishes away, finds Bracero under the basket. She lost it into the hands of Ramsey. Bounce pass to Rodriguez. She eyes a 3 and rattles it home. 2 quick threes has got the lead down to 7.
It was only a matter of time before Rodriguez made another 3. Can't leave her open forever.
Nope. Bracero quick for 3. This time no good. Spartans tips it into the hands of Rodriguez. Ramsey up court. This time goes into Pillar, who has room and scores. Down to 5. An 8-0 run for the Spartans have this lead down to 5. And a quick timeout called by Megan Zekas of Florida Southern. We'll stay with it. Spartans now are 4 for 6 from the floor this half. Or 4 for 8, I should say, 2 for 6 from deep. And on the other side, this half, Florida Southern 2 for 6. 1 for 4 from deep. Spartans will resume play in the Sunshine State Conference on Saturday, 2 o'clock. Road trip to another rival, St. Leo. 2 o'clock tip-off for the women, 4 o'clock tip for the men. The next home game will be on Saturday, December 14th, when Lynn comes to town. 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, women and men in that one.
The 14th will be the final home game of the calendar year, though, for the Spartans. They then have the Holiday Classic, and on New Year's Day, they take on the Sharks of Nova Southeastern.
Yeah, what a New Year's Day present that
is. Yeah, and it's not what I was talking about during the men's game last time, a midnight game where you have one game in one year and it finishes in the next. It's just the afternoon of January 1st.
Yes. Ion will inbound the ball for Florida Southern. Spartans have cut the lead to 5. Bracero gets the pass. Palmieri back in the lineup. On the drive, Danish, a little bit too hard. Pillar with the rebound. Ramsey. Pillar and Van Bennekom offering a little muscle on the inside. Ramsey has a room, kicks it out to Rodriguez for three, short. Fell right into the hands of Danish. Rangard backs it out. Gomes on the drive. She lost it. I think she lost it herself. She did. She's been neutralized this half. She was their primary ball handler in the first half, but they've pretty much turned it over to Bracero. This is the under 5 media timeout. 4:29 to go in the quarter. 51-46, Tampa down 5. We'll take a break and be right back. Spartans down 5, 4:29 to go in the third quarter. Jack and Taylor with the game. Taylor filled in for me last week. Now he's filling in for DeCarlo this week.
Coming off the bench.
They're versatile.
2 different positions.
You could be doing one of those commercials. I finally picked up on that commercial where they have they call in a guy to come fix a project. Have you seen that? I finally figured out.
What company is that with?
What's that?
What company is that commercial with?
Yeah.
I don't know what company it was.
It's a commercial where somebody's trying to clean the gutters, fails at it, so the wife calls in somebody from the bullpen, and it's actually an athlete, a pro athlete, who's known to be a role player. And there's 3 or 4 different ones out there.
That's nice.
I'm like, wow, that person agreed to admit they were a role player. And a foul called 94 feet from the basket. 51-49. Spartans have cut it to 2. They are on an 11-0 run. So if anybody was wondering if the Spartans would get back into this game, they took care of that in about 3 minutes. Ramsey for the lead. No. Rebound Pillar and a foul from behind. They called it on the floor, so not a shooting foul. Spartans will inbound the ball. Each team with 2 fouls so far. That was the 3rd foul on Ion.
Ion hasn't been as active, so having her in foul trouble isn't necessarily as painful for the Mocs.
Palmieri for the tie, no. Rangard down the lane, left-handed swoop, no good. Rodriguez with the rebound. Thought about a 1-on-4 and pulled it back. Spartans still down 2, chance to take the lead. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. They really make it difficult for Pillar to get open. Rodriguez for the lead, yes. That's a 14-0 run for Tampa. And a steal. Pillar lowers the shoulder, knocks Gomes to the ground, comes back the other way. Ramsey fouled on the way up. She'll shoot.
Tampa just getting hot at the right time. You know, they're doing it on offense. They're doing it on defense, too. That was a great steal on the previous play. Pillar getting back on the stat sheet with the steal right there. And even though she has still been kept quiet in the paint, only 4 rebounds, one thing she's also doing a little bit more of, getting offensive rebounds. Now has 3 in the game alongside 3 defensive rebounds.
Ramsey rolls it in.
And with that, Ramsey's got 1,001 career points.
I was told she needed 12, and she now has 10, but they said it was her 1,000.
11 actually for Ramsey after that second free throw. So if she needs 12, then actually needs 1 more.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll get it on the fast break.
I'm sure she'll get it anyway. Nice pass. Nice layup by Van Bennekom. And this is an 18-0 run for Tampa.
The Mocs had a double-digit run earlier. I believe it was 13-2 to end the half.
Yes, it was. Steal. Rodriguez tips it to Pillar. Ramsey across the timeline. Van Bennekom, top of the key. Ramsey, nice move, jump shot from 10, off the glass and in. So if she wasn't there, she's for sure there now with her 13th point of the day. 1,000 career points for Audrey Ramsey.
What a career with the Spartans.
Gomes is going to drive no matter what, and boy, from about 10 feet away, banked it in on a runner. And that ends a 20-0 run for Tampa. That spanned about 5 minutes. Pillar taken away. Bracero. Spartans force her back out. Gomes resets. Bracero looking to drive on Palmieri, not able to. Now puts up a free throw line jumper and hits.
That's an impressive shot by Bracero, now tying her career best 20 points. But the defense from Palmieri was stellar on the play. Rolling around the screen, she put her hand up to really contest that shot, but Bracero, that was just too good of a release to be contested that time around.
35 seconds left in the quarter. Spartans are up 3. Van Bennekom, yes! As DeCaro would say, Van Bennekom with a Bennekom.
That's a tongue twister, Van
I
Bennekom.
struggled. I knew I should have practiced. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Spartans up 6 after trailing by 7 at the half. Down to 6 seconds. Off the glass, no good. Pillar has it, 2 seconds. They could shoot if they want. Ramsey and doesn't get the shot off before the clock ran out. So the Spartans with a huge rally, a 25-12 advantage in the third quarter, and take a 61-55 lead as we get ready for the final 10 minutes. We'll be right back on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Just got to buff the gain more on more.
It's up 6 after outscoring Florida Southern by 13 in the quarter. McDonald back in the lineup. Skip pass to Ramsey. Tries to drive baseline. Stop. She does a skip pass to Rodriguez for three. No good. And Lang with the rebound.
That pass was tipped by a Mox defender. It was lucky to get to Rodriguez. Would have been even funnier if she actually made the three off the tip pass.
And a foul called, I think, on the pick. Foul is on Lang for the pick. That's her third. Vivian Gendy back into the lineup for Zoe Pillar on Tampa's side of things. So McDonald and Gendy, the two bigs for Tampa. That's McDonald. Skip to Rodriguez. Three on the way. Good. Rodriguez with 14 now, and she's 4 of 9 from three.
I think the Mocs were hoping that Rodriguez would stay cold from beyond the arc, but the opposite has happened, and it hasn't looked like they've game planned around it.
Nice turnaround by Rangard. Palmieri across the timeline. Lead is 7 for Tampa. Palmieri swings it. Palmieri with a jumper. Good. She knocks another one down. And the lead is 10. So from a 13-point deficit to a 10-point lead in about 8 minutes. A good answer by Gomes. She's been quiet, but hits there. That's her 17th.
Had a big first half, a quieter third quarter until she ended what was the 20-0 Spartan run.
Ramsey missing the shot. That's got to be, no, I guess it's not a travel.
I think Rangard
today
barely stayed on her feet long enough to avoid the travel call.
Inside to Lang. Gendy tries to force her out. Forced her back, but they called a foul.
That's a tough call to make. You know, a physical battle like that in the paint. I don't think Gendy did anything too egregious there.
No.
But it's really just a coin flip, though, and Tampa lost at that time around.
Well, it's tough when you fade away to say that somebody fouled you. Lang hits the first. Lead is down to 6. Make it 5. Lang has 7 now. 67-62. Backcourt pressure, but they back off as Ramsey comes across the line. Fourth quarter, 7:40 left in the game. Ramsey directs a little traffic. Skips it to the corner. Rodriguez passes up a shot in the lane. Ramsey wide open 12-footer. No.
I think Ramsey should have committed to a layup on that play after sort of doing the pump fake. Had some space. Might have been worried about Gomes closing her down, but I don't know if she would have been able to get there in time.
Rangard in and out. Good rebound by McDonald. 7 minutes to go in the game. Palmieri waits. Rodriguez in the lane. Jumper from about 10. No. We head the other way, and that's Gomes. She fires a three. Way strong. Hit the backboard, but right into the hands of Bracero, who backs it out. She goes into Lang. Gendy tries to force her out, but she turns around and banks it home. Lang is one of 3 foreign players on the team. Danish is from Budapest, Hungary. And Lang is from Munich, Germany. And Ion is from Bucharest, Romania. Lead down to 3. It was 10. McDonald out. Ramsey 3. In and out. Rangard finds Gomes. She directs traffic as well. Hands the ball to Bracero, say you do it. Gets a little look at it inside the arc, bounces around off the backboard, over the backboard. And it'll be Spartans ball.
Tampa's bringing back Pillar, Bennicombe, and Davis onto the floor now, 5:37 to go. They were able to rest to start the fourth quarter.
Down to the corner, Davis, ball fake, comes back out. Back to Davis. Back out, Palmieri for three, top of the key, good.
Tell you, Palmieri is not afraid of the defense, whether she's driving to the paint, trying to find a layup, or there. With the defender actually getting close to closing out on her, still takes the shot.
Gomes with the fadeaway, no good, into the hands of Van Bennicombe.
Palmieri's got 5 assists and 3 rebounds alongside 3 3-pointers for 9 points.
Van Bennicombe, hassled by Gomes, decides to drive, lost it, out of bounds, and it will be Florida Southern ball. And we've reached under 5 minutes left in the game, so it's the under 5 media timeout. 4:39 to go in the game. Tampa 70, Florida Southern 64. We'll be back on TampaSpartans.tv. Tampa by 6, 4:39 left in the game. Florida Southern with the ball. Spartans have 4 players in double digits. Davis with 12, and she had her 12 in about the first 5 minutes of the game. At least she had 9 early. Nice drive. Gomes knocks it down, and it's a 4-point game.
I think Coach Jesse is hoping that Davis can start to heat up in the fourth quarter. As mentioned, was a little bit quieter to start the second half, but they didn't need her to be super successful. Rodriguez was the one who stepped up.
And an errant pass to Bracero, drives, scores. It's a 2-point game.
22 for Bracero, that's a new career high.
She and Gomes have combined for 39. The Spartans have 4 in double digits. Davis, Van Bennicombe, Rodriguez, and Ramsey. Pass into Pillar. She got held on the way up. They're waving off the basket, though. So the Spartans will just inbound the ball. Each team with just a foul this quarter. That's now the second on the Mocs. Ramsey back in, Davis out. Up top, Rodriguez unloads a 3 and hits. Rodriguez now with 17, and she is 5 of 10 from deep.
There have been times where Rodriguez is cold. There are times where Rodriguez is hot in terms of shooting, and tonight is one of those nights that she is on fire.
Ion got hit in the face off the rebound, or off the shot. She got the basket. I think she's okay. an errant arm when she tried to go up for the shot.
Tampa lucky to avoid a foul call there on that play.
73-70. She did get the basket. Tampa comes back the other way. 3:15 to go in the game. Palmieri off a pick. Van Bennekom skips it over to Palmieri. To the corner, Rodriguez. Inside to Pillar. 9 on the shot clock. Gets a little room. Pumps. Goes up. Got fouled. I think they got Lang. And it is on Danish. And it will be her third.
See, I wonder now, Tampa, later in the game, with the exterior being more closely guarded, this is really playing to their hands. They're going to force it to Pillar more with 2 players inside that are now in foul trouble. 2 more fouls for either Danish or Ion, and they're done for the day.
And Lang is on the bench with 4. Couple free throws. 75-70, under 3 minutes to go. Bracero tries to go inside, does to Ion. Still looking, fades away, got fouled by Van Bennekom.
Bennekom just reached out with her left arm right as she entered the shooting motion. I think that might have been like a uncontrollable reaction there to defending it, because she did a good job of keeping her hands up, forcing her to roll under the basket. So that's an unfortunate foul for her to give up.
Ion's free throw, a little bit strong. She's got 7 points. That was her first free throw. Knocks that one down, 75-71. Zone defense from the Mocs. Palmieri, free throw line, back out. Van Bennekom for 3, in and out. That was the first missed 3 by Kat. Randgard, free throw line, goes back out. Jump shot by Danish, no good. And Bracero out of the pack with the rebound. Lobs it inside to Ion. Fronts Van Bennekom, turns around, can't get it up, but a foul called. Two minutes, 1 second to go. Tom Jesse pleading with the refs, saying Van Bennekom went straight up. Ion will still shoot free throws.
Yeah, can't argue for City Hall.
Ion hits the first, cuts it to 3. Hits them both. 75-73. Davis back in the lineup for Palmieri. Potentially Tom Jesse putting his 2 most experienced veteran guards on the court. 4 of the starters are on the court right now. Van Bennekom is darn close to a starter.
Davis the only underclassman on the floor with Rodriguez, even though, or is a graduate student.
Davis, yes! Big shot by Olivia Davis. She's got 15, and she is 5 of 9 from deep. Lead is 5, 1.5 to go in the game. Bracero tries to turn the corner, comes back out. Randgard for 3, no good. Grabbed out of the air by Davis. Ramsey gets the ball. 1:10 to go in the game.
Tampa's up 2 possessions. They're just going to let the clock wind down. They know time's on their side.
Can run it down as far as they can, and they waited for Bracero. And Bracero figured they better foul. I think Coach Zeke has said you can't let them go too long. They're still 1 foul away from shooting. 20, a new 20 or a fresh 20.
That adds 6 seconds for the Spartans to take off the clock, so it makes you wonder if the Mocs are going to let them do it.
1 minute to go.
if they're going to let Tampa bring it down, or if they'll bring them to the line.
10 on the shot clock. Big possession here. Could seal the deal. Into Pillar. Pillar double team. Back out to Van Bennekom. 3 on the shot clock. Shot on the way. No good. Randgard tracks it down with 40. Quickly up court to Danish. Danish to Bracero. Opposite side. Short. Airballed it. And I think that's going to be a foul on Danish. She just pulled Pillar to the ground. Or not Pillar, but Van Bennekom.
Normally you see the player falling the other way in terms of a rebounding foul like that, as you're trying to push over the player to get to the board. Here was the other way, almost pulled the chair out under from Bennekom.
Yeah.
Which is something you normally do on defense when someone's trying to get a point of the paint, not usually when you're fighting for a rebound.
So that will be the 4th foul on Danish. One of 2 players now with Florida Southern with 4 fouls. 32 and a half seconds to go in the game. It'll be Tampa ball, so more than likely they've set up a situation where Florida Southern will have to foul and see if they can get them to miss the front end or just a 1 point out of the possession. And then come back and hit a 3 or as quickly as they can a 2.
All the Spartans need to do is just find their best free throw shooter, run a screen, get them open, bring them to the line, and then just come back. Like, let that person have everyone behind. Don't let them get that quick three-pointer. You're up by 5 points. Could make it 7, which, again, you never say never. It's never safe even with like 30 seconds to go. But making 2 a 2 from the stripe would be huge for the Spartans.
Spartans are a 75% free throw shooting team. Today they're shooting 90.9.
We saw last night the men's team had a couple of missed free throws, which
they were under 500.
Yeah, that was, I think, the big difference maker. As, by the way, Tampa hitting the bonus brings Bennekom to the line immediately. But, you know, it's the clutch shooting today from the stripe for the Spartans that's helped them out more. And, of course, from beyond the arc.
Van Bennekom with 16. Make it 17. Very efficient, 6 for 9 from the floor, 2 for 4 from 3. And now 3 for 4 from the free throw line and a quick timeout. 7-point lead though, it's now 3 possessions with 32 and a half seconds to go. Quick timeout by Zekas. And we'll see if Tom Jesse wants to offer a little backcourt pressure, force them to run clock before they're even ready to run the offense.
It'd be a good idea, but you definitely only want Davis down there, because you don't want to leave anyone open outside here. And also in this situation, you want them to take a 2-point shot.
Right.
If they bring it to the paint, they make it 80 to 75. 2 free throws bring you back up to another 3-possession lead. So give them the free layup potentially on this play too. But obviously, try to let 5 to 10 seconds roll off the clock and continue to chip away. This is the very stop-and-go section of the game.
Now they will inbound in front of the Florida Southern bench. And Gomes has the ball. Under 30 to go. Ion, deep 3, no. Fighting for it was Danish, and Tampa got it and got fouled.
Danish picked up the rebound, but at an awkward position, sort of falling over. Needed to get rid of it, also to, try to get it back to the offense, put another shot up. And Ramsey just was in the right spot to pick it up. And 1 of 2 for Ramsey.
20 seconds to go. Lead is 8. Gomes looking for room. Ramsey hassling her. Back to Bracero. 10 seconds. 3 on the way. 3 is good. 8.6 seconds to go. And she cuts it to a 5-point lead and a quick timeout by Florida Southern. We'll also attempt to get one of the Spartan players to come over and talk to us after the game, providing they hold on for the win here.
It's only 8 seconds left, but again, a quick turnover could turn things around quickly.
Yeah.
That 3-pointer from Bracero might just be a consolation prize, but again, What a performance for him. 25 points.
10 of 16 from the floor, 5 of 8 from deep. That was a breakout game for her. Almost 4 times more than her average. And after Tom Jesse saw what Florida Southern was setting up, he calls a timeout to counter that. More than likely, Florida Southern will try to get the steal, and then if they don't, foul as soon as it's caught.
At this stage of the game, they have to. I mean, if they don't get the steal, they just don't have time for 2 quick
Foul
shots
immediately.
with 8 seconds remaining. If there was like 10 to 15, it gives you a little more leeway. You could just foul them, bring them to the line, try to bring it back down. And of course, the Mocs, after their make, had to use the final timeout to stop the clock.
And the Spartans, in reality, don't have to cross the timeline. They could just, if they're capable of it, pass it back and forth in the backcourt.
Now, right when there's 2 seconds left, set it to the ceiling and don't let it come down until the time hits 0.
Yep. So Davis, Van Betticombe, Ramsey, Pillar. Spartans, actually they will inbound, so they do have to inbound it in the forecourt. Rodriguez will do that to Ramsey. Fouled immediately. Took 1.4 seconds off the clock. Ramsey will shoot. Palmieri back in. Davis back out.
Unless the Spartans get a really quick steal and Ramsey can make a pass to an open shooter, Ramsey won't be able to complete the double-double, but still could finish 16 or 15 and 9, capping off a pretty good performance.
Ramsey knocks it down. 15 points. Came into the game averaging 12-1. No Spartans in the front court as Ramsey shoots. Missed it. Quick rebound. Bracero with 4 seconds. Drives, shoots off the glass, or knocks it home with 0.7 to go. And Tom Jesse takes a quick timeout with 0.7. And we'll see if Zekis can design a 4 or 5 point play when they don't have the ball.
I think it's good that Tampa just take the extra second to avoid a quick little turnover, but it's a 2-possession lead. I think it's now safe to say Tampa's got the W secure.
Yeah.
Just pass it in and tip it to the sky, and that'll kill the final half a second that'll be left. But again, Bracero didn't feel satisfied with 25, now has 27 on the day.
So even if Tampa, and again, Tampa will inbound in the front court. That's one of the reasons Tom Jesse called the timeout. Ball game. And do they say she got fouled before the 0.7 ran off?
I think the answer is yes. From my point of view here, looked like she had 0.1 second right when she was fouled. But keep in mind, with 0.1 second to go, there's not enough time to put up a shot off an inbound. So
yes,
Pillar's got a chance just to add a little to the stat
points.
line, you know, just for free. The Mocs felt bad for guarding her all day. They give her 2 free points potentially.
Spartans average 69.9 points, and they're at 82. They put 0.9 up. So they put 0.9 up when there was 0.7 to start the play.
Now it's down to 0.4.
Okay, thank you.
So they are going to let the Mocs potentially do a full court shot if they immediately get the rebound.
Yeah, you can grab and shoot. But I don't think there's a 5-point reward if you make it from the backcourt.
They might need 6 if Pillar's 2 for 2.
Yeah, it'll have to be a 6-point. And there it is. The Spartans pick up the win and go to 7-2 on the year. 1-0 in the SSC. We'll see if we can get Kat Van Bennekom to come over and talk to us. As the Spartans now 7-2, Florida Southern falls to 4-4 and 1-2 in conference play. As I mentioned, the Spartans will play Saturday up at St. Leo with a 2 o'clock tip in the afternoon. Taylor waiting as the team huddles around everybody at midcourt. Kat Van Bennekom finishing with 18 points, 6 for 9 from the floor, 2 for 4 from 3, and 4 for 5. Taylor doing her best, Etzel doing his best. Soriano Rodriguez is coming over. Good. You've been the designated spokesperson for your team here. Soriano Rodriguez, congratulations with a hard-fought game, but a nice win.
Thank you. Really grateful.
We tried to get Kat to come over, and she deferred to you.
So one more time?
We tried to get Kat to come over, but she deferred to you and said you go do the interview.
Oh, man. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, those are other duties as assigned. Your line for today's game, though, great line, 17 points, 6 for 13 from the floor, 5 of 10 from the three-point line. This would seem to be kind of a game of runs. You guys went down 13, and there was 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and I'm like, I know this team can come back. You cut it down. You took the lead. It took 4 minutes to erase that lead. I mean, it didn't bother you guys at all, it seemed like.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to happen to us the rest of the season. We just got to, stay positive, stay in the moment. And that was the message before we start the game. Coach T literally said, stay positive no matter what. And, yeah, we did. That's what we did. And we came in the third quarter, show up, and, trying to be better for our team.
You were down 7 at half. Tom Jesse had you guys back on the court with 7 minutes to go on the clock to start the third quarter. He must have had a quick message and sent you back out.
Yeah, I mean, if you
you don't have to repeat a quote him or anything, but
I feel you. I mean, I just gonna do whatever my team need to do. If I need a job, I would just shift for my team. If I gotta step up, I would do it. But yeah, he's the one who make a decision. We just gotta be ready for the opportunity.
8 games of non-conference play. Did it feel special knowing it was a conference game?
This game especially was feel different. It's literally 0-0. Now we got 1-0. No matter what you did in that couple games, we just start over again. It's like a new season right now. So we just gotta show up and keep working every day in practice, trying to be better, and show up every single game so we can get a win.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming over. We'll let you go join your teammates. Congratulations, and have fun up at St. Leo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Soriano Rodriguez coming over to talk to us. Let's give you the scoring for this game. For Florida Southern, Bracero leading the way for everybody. 27 points, 11 of 17 from the floor, 5 of 8 from 3. Did not shoot a free throw. Had 3 rebounds and 2 assists on the day. Randgard with 6. Ion with 10. Danish with 3. Gomes had 19. She's the leading scorer on the team coming into the game, and she was 6 of 12 from the floor. And 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. Also scoring was Pereira with 3, Lang with 10. They shot 46.6% from the floor for their 78 points. And on 27 of 58, they were 12 of 28 from deep, that's 43%. And 12 of 14 from the line, 86%. On the other side, Olivia Davis with 15 for the Spartans, 5 of 10 from the floor, 5 of 9 on three-pointers. Audrey Ramsey with 15, 4 of 12 from the floor, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Also had 4 rebounds and 9 assists on the day. Marissa McDonald, 2 points. Soriano Rodriguez, who was just here, with 17. Zoe Pillar, not quite the day she's used to having, but they really made a concerted effort to not let her get the ball. She had 8 points, but still 7 rebounds for Tampa in the game. Palmieri with 9, nice job off the bench for her, 3 of 5 from deep. Kat Van Bennekom with 18, 6 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 4 from deep, and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. So the Spartans finished 26 of 58 from the floor, 44.8%. 16 of 36 from the three-point line, 44.4, and 16 of 19 from the free throw line for 84.2. So Tampa goes to 7-2, 1-0 on the year, and on to St. Leo now.
a great start to conference play, and to get the W here against our rivals in Florida Southern feels pretty good.
All right. So as we said, next game, men and women both will travel to St. Leo. Women start at 2 o'clock. Men start at 4 o'clock. For Taylor Stolworthy and Andre